on telling myself that I choose life. I wasn't gonna go down without a fight.
Well, the reality is we all have some sort of pain, and how we deal with that pain is really what I want to talk about today.
What is anemia? It's when the number of red blood cells in your body is below normal. Therefore, you have increased energy, you have better nutrition, and fertility returns. This is a very important thing for younger patients who want to have children.
I feel like I've learned a lot of things today.
Does everybody know that their phone, there's an app that you can list your medication?
Today is the 25th annual Renal Support Network meeting. I can't believe I've been hosting this meeting for 25 years. And it's just a privilege to be able to see some old friends and meet some new ones. We're opening with Wilson. He is an incredible, inspirational person who has kidney disease. He's a renal warrior.
You guys all heard of the freshman 15? I got the freshman 50. But these, again, were the best years of my life. That freshman 50, plus the extra few pounds out of high school, I was probably pushing about 240, 250. And then one of these days, I started having a little bit of pain in my ankles. I had to call 911. They came, they got me. Transported me in the gurney, took me to the ER. The ER doctor came back, your lab report came back. And I'm sorry, Wilson, but your kidneys has failed. Officially, you have stage 5 end-stage renal disease. What's that?
When I first was diagnosed, I did not know there was a whole kidney community out there. I searched for inspiring stories of other folks that are on dialysis and making a transformation. I couldn't find any. But it wasn't until I started with my transformation and my story came out and I started posting on social media. Lori from RSN Hope reached out to me and gave me the opportunity to be on her podcast. And through there, that blossomed out to many other opportunities to connect with other organizations, other kidney patients, other people with inspiring stories, which I did not know existed until that door opened.
The number one complaint that dialysis patients have is pain. And I think Wilson alluded to that. It can be disease process. It can be different things that are causing the pain. So we're going to look at some of the background information around pain. The reality is that pain is subjective to the person that's having it. So although we can determine, oh yeah, they broke their leg, there's some inflammation, they have arthritis, it's not always detectable with diagnostic testing. Another true or false, opioids are the best medications and treat all sorts of pain.
No.
False. That is also correct. However, we prescribe them far more than we do any other therapy out there, which is interesting if we're all saying that's false, yet that's one of the very first things that we do.
You know, over the years, I've been observing people who have come to our meetings. When they get here, sometimes they're a little timid, they don't know what to expect. And by the end of the meeting, they're like, I found my tribe. This is my tribe. And they're full of hope because kidney disease can be lonely, it can be difficult. And sometimes you're sitting in your couch and you're like, you're the only one that's experiencing things. And you get together and it's a transformation of attitude. And it's just beautiful.
Talk to each other. This thing is amazing. Technology can drive us nuts, but at the same time, it is amazing. Get each other's numbers, text with each other, call each other. As you know, again, a little separate issue, but as a member of a 12-step program, that's one of the most powerful tools we have is just talking to each other, sharing our story, having that me too, the head nodding moment. So talk to each other.
RSN helps kidney patients by informing them about kidney care and what comes with being a kidney failure patient and kidney disease and pre-transplant, post-transplant, just everything, what kind of treatment options you have, either transplant or dialysis, and what kind of options you have with dialysis. So, and it helps you with in a fun way, because also for teens, I've been to a renal prom, so kidney renal prom, and like I said, there's just so much RSN provides for kidney patients, and there's not a lot of places that you can find that quality of care. So.
But as your kidney gets sick too, your kidney, you may not know this, it makes a very important hormone. Does anybody know what the name of that hormone is? It's hard to say, and people shorten it a lot, even the healthcare professionals shorten it. It's called erythropoietin, and it's made by your kidney. And that is the hormone that goes to your bone marrow, and it tells your bone marrow, I've got a cell here that's going to decide whether it wants to be a white cell and fight infection, or it's going to be a red cell, and it's going to help carry oxygen. There's a couple other things in your bone marrow too, like there's a cell that's an osteoblast that can build bone. So that's why your bone marrow is so important. But when oxygen sensing gets pretty low in your body because your red blood cell count is low, that erythropoietin goes, your kidney gets the first signal. Kidney makes more erythropoietin, that goes and sends a signal to your bone marrow makes more blood cells. That doesn't happen overnight, it takes a while. So that's why sometimes when you're on dialysis, you have to get an EPO shot, or maybe an Aranesp shot, or a Mircera shot, because your kidneys don't make it anymore.
And even with me being a healthcare professional, I'm learning a lot just to listening to the speakers. I think Wilson's presentation was very empowering. And I think Shelley's presentation was great because even being a nurse, I picked up on a lot of good things like about alternative medicine that me as a regular person, I could be a patient too once in a while, right? Not necessarily a kidney patient, but I picked up some good hints on how to maintain my health.
So once again, let's welcome Jacqueline Harris.
I am an advocate of advocates, and you'll see through the talk, push your healthcare providers, push for answers, be an engaged participant. I can't stress it enough. So transplant is the optimum treatment that is seen out there, and that's because of life expectancy. The cardiovascular benefits, it's not like putting your body through a wringer washing machine 3 times a week. The quality of life, you're back to being productive, you're not anchored 3 days a week to a machine. And the socioeconomic benefits.
My main hope is for a few things. The first thing is going to be bringing awareness to kidney disease and transplantation. If we bring out education and bring awareness to this, it may prevent a lot of people from actually getting to the point of having to do dialysis.
Research it more. Research kidney disease. Look it up. Look at the RSN website, because I looked at the RSN website and it helped me so much. The podcast, the essays that people have written in the past, it's so much helpful. And events that's coming up, the monthly support group. I was just asking my mom, we should go if we have time.
It takes a group of people to connect, and I'm so grateful for all the people who come out, all the volunteers who help make this happen, and I'm very, very grateful for all the supporters who make this event possible, because everything that we provide to our membership is at no charge to them, and I'm grateful for their sponsorship.
055, last one. Oh, got one winner over here. Come and pick a prize.
The youngest person at the table gets to come and pick out a